Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and in today's video we're going to have a look at the latest from the live radar. Then we'll run through the weather warnings, have a look at the thunderstorm warning we do have at the moment across England and Wales, and then we'll have a look at the UKMO Operational Run, have a look at the precipitation and temperature over the next 5 days, have a look at the WRF at the Cape and precipitation as well, looking at thunderstorm potential, and we do have plenty of convective showers around, and then we'll have a look at the longer range, look at the GFS, ECMWF and the ensembles, as it does look like it's going to be very unsettled and cool further westwards, still unsettled but slightly warmer further eastwards, as we do have a cut-off low developing over the next few days, where it's just going to sit to the west of the Republic of Ireland, just spiralling in a lot of showers, and with more showers further westwards it's going to be cooler inevitably. So, do remember, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you like and subscribe, and remember to follow me on Twitter as well, the link's in the description. At the moment, we do have a lot of showers breaking out, and some thundery showers breaking out. Now, I'm recording this around 4 PM, so this is the time when those thunderstorms are meant to start to pop off, and we are starting to see signs of that at the moment. We have a few cells across parts of the northern parts of southwest England, a couple of little pop-up cells that have just literally appeared on the radar across southern parts of London into parts of Sussex and Kent. That looks likely to start popping off there. We have some heavier cells starting to develop in Wales. Now, the area that I do suspect will have the most intense shower activity and thunder activity will be across the West Midlands, Wales and northwest England, where these showers are at the moment. I do expect it to explode in a few spots over the coming hours as that Cape does pick up. We'll have a look at the WRF in a minute, and on that, the Cape values are only starting to ramp up at the moment, and they are going to sort of peak around 7-8 PM. So around 7-8 PM, that's when I'm expecting the highest sort of thunderstorm development to be happening. But a lot of showers around, and it's highly likely that these do invigorate and sort of get much larger and more intense over the coming hours. You can see some big thunderstorms across parts of Spain, Portugal and France at the moment. Massive storms, probably loads of hail, frequent lightning, and probably some isolated areas of sort of tornadoes, gusty winds. Very intense conditions are likely in these, and I wouldn't be surprised to be seeing some images later on Twitter of these flooding, flash flooding or something from these, as these are intense storms and they're just in a massive barrage of lines of storms. Yeah, very intense conditions there. And luckily, yes, we're likely to be seeing storms over the coming hours, but it's nothing on the scale of these. We've had another very warm day today, with temperatures peaking around that 28 to 30 degree mark. And it has shifted. It's further northwards and westwards today in terms of these temperatures. Very warm across East Anglia and South East still, but the warmest conditions have actually been across Northern England. It's a widespread warm day, but the coolest conditions have been across the Midlands, where we have those we have that shower activity at the moment and thicker cloud. But best temperatures in parts of York, Leeds, down into the Liverpool and Manchester area. It must be amazing across the coast at the moment there. Southport, Formby, Blackpool and Liverpool must be really nice along there, with temperatures in the mid to high 20s, touching on 30 degrees perhaps slightly inland, and very sunny conditions ahead of the shower activity. Now, yes, it's very warm there at the moment, but I do expect the shower activity to increase over the coming hours, and could be some very thundery activity as well. Just that sort of instability hasn't quite reached there yet. But yeah, warmest conditions across the northern part of England. We haven't seen that we haven't really seen that so far this summer. Most of the intense heat has been further south and eastwards, but you can see the split where we have warmer conditions in the east and the southeast, cooler conditions across the Midlands where we have the showers, and then even hotter conditions across northern England. Also quite warm across southwest parts of Ireland and parts of eastern Scotland as well. Just widely warmer in general. No real areas of massively colder conditions. No real blues showing up. You can see across parts of Europe very hot. We see these darker reds, and you can see where that big thunderstorm activity, it is really quite chilly there. So you can see how big thunderstorms with evaporative cooling can cool those temperatures down very quickly. It does look like, though, these temperatures will be starting to fall. Warmest conditions will remain in the east, though, over the coming days, as we see that cut-off low move in. So if we do have a look at the weather warnings, you can see there is a yellow thunderstorm warning in force. I do suspect the biggest thunderstorms, though, will be in the western portion of this warning. It was changed, updated to to expand the warning area further westwards and northwards and trim the warning area from the far east and southeast. Again, I won't run through the exact warning as it hasn't really changed, but 46 millimeters in a few spots, and the exact location of the thunderstorms will be hard to pinpoint, and that's why it is a broad warning area. We're not going to see thunderstorms in all of this region, but likely within here somewhere. High impact, low likelihood, again, very hard to say exactly where they're going to come off, but where they do come off, it will be reasonably high impact. If we do have a look at the UK Met Office run, have a look at the precipitation and temperature over the next 5 days. Again, you can see that shower activity increasing over the course of this evening, peaking around sort of 6, 7, 8 p.m. before sort of slowly petering away. Before we see heavy rain pushing into the west as that cut-off low does move in. Very, very intense rain and heavy thundery activity perhaps through tomorrow afternoon. So a lot of heavy showers moving in, especially across central and eastern parts of England, northeast England, and again another weather front moving into Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, parts of Wales and southwest England. Could be some very heavy thundery rain along that. We'll just continue to spiral in those showers through Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday as well. Just loads of showers around. Yes, further eastwards you're more likely to stay away from those showers and be in the warmer conditions. Further westwards, likely to be cooler, cloudier, with more precipitation. So it is going to be an east and west split, but it's not going to be exclusive. There will be showers in the east. It won't be bone dry, but it won't be quite as unsettled as it is further westwards. If we do have a look at those max temperatures, we're going to be able to see that it is very much receptive to the precipitation and cloud amounts. You can see in the northern parts of England, we are seeing 27, 28 degrees here. I suspect it's slightly warmer because the shower activity that we're seeing on the UK Met Office run is slightly delayed in reality. It's not quite popping off as quickly as the UK Met Office run making it out to be. So here, 27, 28 degrees, but in reality, most likely 29 or 30 degrees as we have less cloud and precipitation in reality than the model was anticipating. You can see tomorrow, though, the temperatures are dropping off back towards around 20 degrees, but still maybe 24, 25 degrees in the far east, where we're holding on to warmer air, and across parts of eastern Scotland as well. Similar into Saturday, still 22, 23 degrees in the far east, but much cooler around mid-teens further westwards and across Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, towards the low teens under the heaviest precipitation. And that's very similar on Sunday, low teens under heavy precipitation, 20 to 23 degrees further eastwards in more sunny skies with less showers, and again very similar on Monday, widely high teens, low 20s, with generally warm conditions, but nothing like what we've had this week where it's been mid to high 20s, so cooler, but yeah, not too bad, just a lot of showers around. If we do have a look at the WRF run, see what that's showing over the next couple of days. You can see the Cape activity, as I'm recording around 4 p.m, it isn't too high, but it really takes off around 7, 8 p.m, especially across northern Wales into northwest England. As I said, that sort of pinpoint area, and across central Midlands into the southeast as well. So you can see why we've got that warning zone there. As I said, not all areas are going to see the thunderstorm activity, but where we've seen these lighter blues, greens and yellows, and even bits of reds and oranges there, that's where we're going to be seeing the biggest energy and the highest likelihood of big thunderstorms. As we just run through quickly over the next few days, you can see there are bursts of Cape over the next few days, but nothing substantial. So no massive thunderstorm outbreaks, but within the heavier showers and convective showers, lines of showers, there will be the potential for some thunder activity. If we do have a look at the precipitation, you can see how it does pop off across parts of northwest England, through to northeast England, through Wales as well. Big line of potentially heavy, thundery showers there over the course of this evening. And again, over the next few days, just loads of showers spiralling around. Just really, really horrible, especially further westwards, where it just looks like there's going to be a continuous barrage of showers, cloud and cooler conditions. Further eastward, there will be showers for England, Wales and Scotland. There will be showers, but they're likely to be fewer and far between them in Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, and especially towards eastern Scotland, eastern England, it's going to be drier as well, but not bone dry. So if we do now have a look at the mid to long range, look at the GFS, GM and ECMWF, and then we'll finish with the ensembles. You can see cut-off low developing over the next few days, really, really quite unsettled. That cut-off low never really goes away and just gets reinforcements from the west, and we continue from a westerly flow. We do see around day 10, a bit of a warmer patch going there. We're seeing that a little bit on the ensembles, slightly warmer conditions, perhaps towards the start of July as high pressure does build back in. But towards the end of the month, we do start to see low pressure trying to run in again off the Atlantic. We'll see the other runs in a minute. They're nowhere near as high pressure dominated beyond day 10 in the GFSs. You can see the upper air temperatures are around, maybe slightly above average in the south, so warm but nothing massively hot, with the warmest conditions further eastwards and southwards with an Atlantic flow. If we do have a look at the GEM run, see how that does compare. Again, the cut-off low pushing in at the moment, just spiralling around, and towards day 10, it never really goes away. And because it just sits over the top of the UK, we start to draw in very hot air to our east, cooler air to our west. And this temperature gradient could fuel some big precipitation, some very heavy rain bands, and again, thundery activity. Again, we can't say this is too much detail, it's sort of day 7 to day 10 time frame, but if we did see this scenario come off, I would not be surprised to be seeing major thundery outbreaks for some areas, especially further eastwards close to this hotter air. If we just keep this low pressure around, perfect recipe for thunderstorms. Warm, hot, humid air coming from the Mediterranean, interacting with instability from the low pressure, and yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. At this stage, though, we can't say too much as it is in sort of extended time frame, so not really reliable at this stage. If we do have a look at the ECMWF, see what that shall show. Again, low pressure being cut off and just staying very unsettled, and it never really dissipates. It does move further northwards, so perhaps more of a westerly flow, so slightly cooler. You can see those upper air temperatures are not particularly warm, and temperature deviation below average, so pretty chilly in fact, but it would still be sort of mid to high teens most likely for the max temperatures, and yeah, would be more unsettled further northwards and westwards. If we do finish the video, though, by having a look at the ensembles, if we do start with London, we'll also have a look at Belfast just to show the contrast. You can see warm at the moment, turning cooler, but no massive precipitation. Still some showers around, but because it's mostly convective in nature for the eastern part of the British Isles, it's hard for the ensemble to pick it up that much. You can see around the 29th of June, we see a rise in upper air temperatures back towards or above average, potentially 10 to 15 degrees at 850 HPA. So warmer, sort of mid-20s, high 20s could be coming, but there is a splitting on ensemble members. GFS Operational Run is cooler, but you can see the most of the other ensemble members are much warmer. Beyond that is around or above average for the foreseeable future, and you can see generally precipitation is moderate. It's not massive, but it's not minimal either. So it's not bone dry, but it's not complete washout. If we do compare it to Belfast, though, you can see it is cooler, especially with those upper air conditions. We're not seeing that bump, and you can see a lot more precipitation around. Very, very unsettled. Look at the sea level pressure. Low, very low, around 1,010 millibars. It might not seem that low, but for this time of year, that is generally lower pressure. A lot of instability, a lot of showers, and the biggest thing is those 2 meter temperatures. You can see struggling low to mid-teens with a lot of precipitation around over the next week. Really not looking great if you are in Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland and western parts of Wales, southern England and Scotland as well. Not looking great for temperatures and precipitation. And again, if I compare that to London, you can see, yes, it's not massively warm, but it's still around that 20 to low 20 degree mark. So it's still pretty pleasant. If you look at the ECMWF ensembles, we'll just have a look at London for this. So you can see again, above average at the moment, dropping below average, and then returning to around average. Not quite as much a bump as we are seeing from the ECMWF, but then an increased amount of precipitation. So not bone dry on the ECMWF today, really at any point, but still a lot of precipitation around. So it does look like even in the east, where it's going to be drier and warmer, there still is going to be plenty of precipitation around. And actually, if we do just briefly look at Belfast as well, loads of precipitation. Not escaping it at all, really, to early parts of July. Does look like there's going to be a lot of rain around. Again, it's going to be convective in nature, so not all areas are going to see very, very heavy rain every day, but it's going to be there. There's going to be a lot of showers, and most likely will be quite a few thunderstorms as well, because we've got this severe low-pressure system, or not, I wouldn't say severe, but very sort of localized low-pressure system that's pretty deep for this time of year, and then just giving a lot of instability, warm air trying to filter up from the south, just a recipe for heavy showers and thunderstorms. But yeah, we've got heavy showers and thunderstorms tonight, so do take the necessary precautions if you are in that warning zone, especially in the western and northwestern portion of that. And then yes, over the next few days and the next sort of 3-4 days, it's going to be cooler than average, and there's going to be a lot of precipitation in the west. Further eastward, slightly dry, slightly warmer, but still showers and thunder activity, especially towards this weekend. And then in the long term, it does generally look unsettled. So if you're hoping for any warm, hot, dry weather, it's not looking too great at this stage. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again for another video soon.